My dad wasn't like that, which I guess is good, but I did like to play football, so I kind of did it off my own bat. And I played football when I was a kid for a team, supported a football team, and the kind of thing Daddy's talking about, I remember in PE lessons at school, I just get so fucked up sometimes. And still now, actually, when you play with people who aren't very good, you're like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ, I don't want to get picked with you. Please.
But it doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't matter.
It is.
The thing is, I'm aware of that. I know it doesn't matter. I know it's bullshit and it's ridiculous. But it's a heat of the moment thing.
There's other aspects of it I don't like. Like, topically tonight, because my dad really loves football.
Does he?
Yeah, he really loves football. It's basically all he watches.
I'm going to talk
He watches every single fucking football game on TV. So he was watching Scotland versus the Czech Republic.
Yeah. Oh, look at your knowledge.
I know, get me. Ooh. And I was there putting my shoes on, ready to go out to watch the In-Betweeners movie.
Well,
at the end.
We'll talk about that.
Fine movie.
Go on.
But, anyway, one of the other things that annoys me about football, Scotland were, I believe, 2-1 up in the 88th minute.
Yes.
Yep.
I know the final result.
Yeah. And anyway, the Czech guy, you could see that he dived. You could blatantly see there was no contact.
You don't like that?
He went down, he got a penalty. Yeah. And it was equal.
You don't like the cheating lying bastard?
I don't, because I'm a big fan of snooker. And in snooker, the players, if they make the slightest little contact as a foul, they'll immediately go, touch that. And they get a foul against them, and it can lose them the game, but there's honour. Whereas football players just fucking anything to win.
Danny, you're right. I know exactly what you're saying. Calm down, it's fine. You're right. I disagree with that too. I hate it when they do that. I hate it when they cheat, pretend they're injured, fall over, just to kind of get a foul or a free kick. It's bullshit. I like your snooker thing. Actually, I never thought about that, but it's true. You're right.
It's a game of honour.
It's honest. It's a chivalrous game. They should have fucking shields on their arms while they're playing that. But yeah, I like the fact that you're. I didn't know your dad liked football.
Yeah.
Let's go back to that.
Another point.
Go on.
The modern football game, it's like slavery.
What, you mean the transfers?
No, obviously if you ignore the hundreds of thousands of pounds a week they get paid.
We'll talk about that.
We'll ignore that.
Yeah.
Because it completely ruins my point.
We'll talk about that in a second, but carry on.
But basically, you've got rich white men owning the clubs, and then what do? They pay for athletic black men to come and work in their field.
Well, I can. Okay, well, it's interesting.
It's a joke. It wasn't. No,
interesting analogy though. You're kind of half right in that aspect. This interesting transfer that's just gone through. A player called Samuel Eto'o. Samuel Eto'o. It's just signed for this Russian side, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, people out there, but I think it's the Russian side. And he's been becoming the most paid footballer in history. It's something like 320 grand a week he's getting paid.
That's just stupid.
That is a lot of money. Too much money.
How much tax are they paying?
I don't know, it's Russia.
Okay. 7 rubles. Is it rubles?
Rubles. No, is it euros? Are they part of the euro?
Nah, Russia. They'll never...
Answers in on the postcard, listeners.
Never bow to the Western menace.
But it's an absurd amount of money. We're not going to get into that because it's pointless debate. It's been done, by the way. I said by the way because you said by the way.
By the way, I tried to say it.
By the way, I tried to say I'll be there. Waiting for... Anyway.
Yeah, sorry.
So that issue is not getting raised. Money, they get paid too much. We know that. People who deserve that kind of money don't get paid that. We know that. We're not debating that. Point is, he's gone to this Russian side. He's a Cameroon international. So he's black, he plays for the Cameroon national side, and Russia has a history of racial abuse. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when he plays for them, if he gets racially abused. Like,
Russia? Because I've seen games where they throw pennies at the black players.
I think it's Russia.
I thought it was like...
I might be wrong.
Well, it's Eastern European, it's definitely... But I thought it was like...
Well, on the issue of racism in football, England played an international game yesterday, and there was racial abuse towards Ashley Young, the right winger. He's black.
Ashley Cole.
No, not Ashley Cole.
Oh.
It was
I thought you said.
Ashley Young, the right midfield, right winger player, very good player.
But
Got racially abused.
Was Ashley Cole playing?
I don't know, I didn't watch it because it was on Sky. I don't have Sky.
Because I was going to say, surely he'd be racially abused if he was playing.
But I know Ashley Young was subject to racial abuse. Probably the players were as well. So, sort that out, the FA. Yeah.
You bastards.
It needs sorting out, and it's not going to get sorted out.
Mm. I mean, it is an alright game. I can see why people like it.
Oh no, don't switch sides now, Dave. You can't say it's an alright game.
I'm trying to, give, how you end a debate, you see the other point of view.
Okay,
like, for instance, last year I did watch the World Cup games.
Oh yeah.
I did. I watched them.
Shit.
They were shit. But I'm not a Glory supporter. I didn't really care. Like, when England went out, there was people, like, swearing in the streets, crying. I was like, come on.
I wasn't crying. I swore a lot at the television during when England got knocked out, but
they deserve to get knocked out.
It wasn't very good.
They played fucking awful.
Oh, look at you. You sound like, my name's Danny, I'm the football pundit.
Yeah. It's because I recently bought FIFA 11, I know everything about
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'm up on football now.
On that
For
note,
instance, Peter Cech plays for Chelsea.
He does. What position does he play, Danny?
He plays in goal.
Yeah!
Yeah, and he wears a little helmet.
Why does he wear a helmet?
Because he got his head caved in by a knee.
Yes, he did! Well done, Danny.
You got to know your enemy.
I told Danny that a while ago. Yeah,
but then I watched the clip on YouTube.
Yes.
And then I found an even better one of John Terry getting knocked out by a scissor kick to the face. That's brilliant.
He did, and then the goalkeeper got knocked out for that. He had to put a defender in goal.
Hooray.
So, there's our football debate, everyone. Yeah. Yay, football ends.
And if you want to know more about football, look up Adam and Joe, the footballs.
Yes, there's a song by Adam and Joe about football. Hilarious. Listen to that. So yeah, that got a bit serious towards the end there, actually, I think. We did, didn't we? We got a bit serious, and apologies out there to you who are listening now, because we're
Sorry, you too.
We're a bit drunk, which you might have realised.
I finished my beer.
Well,
but the thing is, I could press pause, and they'll never know. There'll be a seamless thing because it just pauses it.
No, don't press pause. Don't press pause because it won't sound natural.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. You can go get a couple more beers.
Are they in the fridge?
No, yeah, they're in the fridge.
Are you going to keep talking?
They're behind the cans of a certain...
See, this is what people love.
A certain can of drink.
There's no planning, and we're just talking about getting beers now.
The next thing on the itinerary was the short story reading. So.
Okay, so I can fuck off for that.
No, you need to be here to listen to the story. You need to tell me what you think about it.
Okay.
I'll introduce it while you go and get the beers.
Richard Bard is a young playwright from the East Riding of Yorkshire.
Well, that's you introducing it, right? Fuck off and get the beers. I will tell our listeners what we're going to do. Okay, everyone. Danny has just gone to get the beer. I'm actually on my own now. Do feel a little bit weird just talking by myself. I don't know if you heard that. That was Danny, by the sounds of it, dropping a beer, but...
Not dropping them!
You probably didn't hear that. He just shouted, it's not dropping. Anyway, this section of the podcast is going to be me reading a bit of a short story I've been writing. As we pointed out, I'm an English teacher. My English special... Oh, he's back! Hello.
I've got time.
That was bloody fast. Remember not to put it on the table.
I've got to say there's a lot of a popular cola-based drink in your fridge.
There is a lot of a popular cola-based drink in the fridge, and that was because...
Pepsi.
My girlfriend... You're going to shut us down.
No, I'm not. Who's listening? Pepsi aren't listening, or cola.
You'd laugh, wouldn't you?
This video has been removed on grounds by Coca-Cola.
Pepsi have fucked you in the ass.
Sorry, just to go off tangent for a second. I was watching... What was it? It was a Nevermind the Buzzcocks episode on YouTube.
Yeah.
And they put in parts, like part 1, part 2, part 3.
Yeah.
Part 2, it came up and it said, this video has been removed by Channel 4 on copyright grounds.
There's a sad face.
Yeah, but Nevermind the Buzzcocks is a BBC show. So why is Channel 4 removed it on copyright grounds? It makes no sense.
Why don't you email the user and ask?
Maybe I will.
Maybe you will.
Maybe I will.
Maybe I will. So,
sorry to ruin your introduction.
My section. I'm an English teacher, but I have a desire to write, and I've actually started writing a short story, which started a while ago. I don't know when it's going to get finished. It'll probably turn into a novella. A small novel and a novella. Anyway, because we're lacking sort of sections in our podcast, this is going to be me reading a bit of my short story, and then Danny's going to tell me what he thinks.
Yeah.
On that.
Sorry, I ruined it with the burp.
You're not going to have a clue. You're not going to have a clue what's going on because it's in the middle of it.
Okay.
Well, in the middle of a sentence.
Yeah, but if I like it, I'll request more.
Okay, and there might be some accents involved. But I've written in accents.
This is only racist accents.
No, it's not racist.
Explain yourself.
You're talking. No,
when you would say it.
We're not getting onto GCSE poetry.
That's
depressed me because I've got to fucking teach that.
Depressing because it's shit.
What, the John Agard poem? Anyway, no, it's not racist. His accents, and we're not racist here, despite Danny's shouting of John Agard. he's quite good, but anyway. I will read out there in my clearest voice. It's an extract from a short story I'm writing. Here we go.
You want to introduce you?
Go on then.
This is Richard Hard. He's a young author from Hull, England, and he's joining us now to read from his newest book, which is titled...
It hasn't got a title yet.
It's titled It Hasn't Got a Title Yet. Okay, go Rich.
It had taken Alan a few minutes to type and send the text, but as he walked towards the ensuite bathroom, he realised the news story had changed, and as he stepped into the linoleum... Oh, bloody hell.
Linoleum.
I fucked up already.
Linoleum.
Linoleum
Lino.
floor. The lino floor. He heard some different words, this time sectarian, violence, and presence. These stuck with him for a few moments longer, but rather than listen to the story, he remembered two of his old neighbours, James Murray and Colm Beckett. Alan recalled how they lived in opposing flats in his old terrace about 20 or so years ago. James being from Northern Ireland and Colm being from the Republic. The Republic, that should have been even, sorry. He had gotten along quite well with them both. They were roughly all the same age, Colm being slightly older. But Alan was amused by the fact they both hated each other, even though he never once saw them actually talk. While he stood in the shower, Alan couldn't help but crack a grin when he was thinking about how James's catchphrase became... Hang on, I've lost it. Saw that cunt in his Celtic shirt today. He does it to annoy me, or just know it! On account of how many times he'd say it in a week. Colin was equally, but as amusing though. His catchphrase was, They're just a bunch of bitter cold people in the north, bitter and cold, just like the weather in Belfast. Which again, brilliant. He often heard several times a week. Alan wondered about the two men while he turned off the shower nozzle. He pondered what they were doing, and if they ever did speak in the end. He never got into contact with them after he'd moved out of the terrace.
Is that it?
That was it. That was really poorly read.
It's poorly read.
That was really... I'm sorry.
I'd say my first comments are, you're right, I have no fucking idea what's going on.
I kind of realised something as I was reading it. It's a man in a shower. Oh, God. Yeah, it's...
But I have to say, over the course of my life, I've read people's novels. I've been friends with people who've written novels.
I'm closing this down now.
And every time they've read them, it's not flowed well.
Hmm?
But yours, it did flow well.
Ooh.
It's well written.
There's a compliment right there.
I mean, I can't really comment on the plot because, as you so rightly said, it's a guy in the shower with a really bad Scottish/Irish accent.
No, it was supposed to be a Northern Irish and a Southern Irish.
Oh, is it Southern? I thought one was Scottish. I thought the first one was Scottish.
No, it's not. Actually, well, it kind of works because Northern Ireland and Scotland have it.
It's Celtic? I don't know.
No,
I thought Celtic was Scottish.
The other guy had a... Oh, it was really poorly read. Why did I do this? Why did I do this? Oh.
You're getting your art out now.
No, I am.
I did like it, though. I would quite like to read the whole thing when it's finished.
When it's finished, it's going to be a while because it's actually set into 5 days of this fella's life, and that was the first day, and that was just him getting up in the morning and having a shower. So it's obviously it's quite near the beginning, but you know these things can change.
That's good.
Oh, look at that. I'm surprised. I thought you were going to go, well, that was fucking shit.